How we doing today, folks? Another episode of hashtag we still got more rockin' to do, bitch. And you know, YouTube and all my friends out there, you know I don't own the rights to this music. But we're going to talk about a band that is a cover band for the people that do own the music. Yeah, that's how we're going to say that shit. Alright, so how's everybody doing today? A little mic malfunction. Not editing, of course, so we're going to keep rocking and rolling with this. How's everybody doing? Hashtag we still got more rocking to do, bitch. Episode 7 or 8 now. Anyway, you might even see I have a chair over here. We're going to have my first special guest on today, later on in the show. Once again, we're dealing with this mic malfunction here. Let's cooperate today, microphone. Let's not have a shitty day. So how we doing out there? Thank you for joining us once again. Like and subscribe for all those who are coming back. Thank you once again. You might even see I have a new member of the family here, the Funko Pop family. Janice Joplin right up front today. Ladies first, so I put her right up front so you all can see Janice. Hopefully you dig the Funko Pop figures in my very high budget set. And like I said, hey YouTube, I do not own the rights, and all the people, I don't own the rights to that music, so YouTube, don't bust out the slippery fist with the barbed wire wrapped wrist using only alcohol for lube. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this review. It was a band, it's a cover band for the famous band, The Doors. The cover band's name is Peace Frog. I have a shirt here for them to match the show. You know I don't do that very much, but I figured I'd match the show today. The show was at the Cannery. Between 500 to 600 people for this particular event. They closed down the back part of the Cannery, so it was just the indoor part of the Cannery venue. This cover band is from Venice Beach, California. The main guy named Tony Fernandez. He's the guy who kind of portrays Jim Morrison in the band. So, really good. I had a really great time. I really enjoyed it. Did a phenomenal job. The other guys weren't trying to really look the parts of the other members of the Doors, but they sounded just like them. Really great show. These guys tour all over America. Not just out here in the west coast of America, but all over America, even Canada, Mexico, Asia. So they're actual cover band that's actually touring like a real band, which is what I kind of thought was pretty cool. But also I almost got too far into it. Once again, you guys got to keep reminding me that I got to remember to sing my theme song for you. We still got more rocking to do, bitch. And you know how I love the cha at the end there. Let's go ahead and get into the set list. For those Doors fans out there, of course, you're going to know the song Break On Through. That was what they started with. Very first song they ever recorded, actually. One real cool thing, how they did the Jim Morrison bit. The guy looked like Jim a lot, but his mannerisms, all the stuff, movements. Even during live shows, Jim Morrison was known to kind of start off some of the songs with kind of his own little poetic rants. This guy started off the show with like a little Jim Morrison poetic rant before actually busting in to Break On Through. So it was kind of cool. We'll get right back into it. Second song was Love Me Two Times, Baby. A lot of people know, if they're familiar with the Doors, they're familiar with that song. People Are Strange, into When the Music's Over. Another song that's kind of not one of the more famous Doors tunes, unless you really know the albums, Hyacinth House. So that was kind of cool that they did that. And then they go into Texas Radio and the Big Beat. And I know some of my friends that are close friends with me over the years, we've always kind of, even though we like the song, we always kind of make fun of it a little bit. And so some of my friends out there that are watching this are probably like, yeah, he's thinking what he's thinking. I used to always kind of say Texas Radio and the Big Beat Off, instead of just Texas Radio. It was just trying to be, we were just being silly and stupid. It's just funny stuff. But anyway, seventh song was Peace Frog, which was a song that I came into the show with, and the name of the cover band. So, of course, they had to do the song Peace Frog. This microphone is not being helpful to me and not cooperating today at all. I'm going to curse you soon, microphone. Anyway, and then they did Soul Kitchen, Hello, I Love You, Wild Child, Love Her Madly, which a lot of people know that song, especially for those who like the movie Forrest Gump. If you remember, Jenny was on the ledge in the high heels and the makeup running down her face. She's crying. She's singing about jumping. She's all jacked out on coke. And they played Love Her Madly in the background, kind of really set that scene up good with that song, and it showed her current boyfriend at the time. He just did some heroin and nodded off into bed. It was a crazy scene. I always kind of think of, whenever I hear Love Her Madly on stage from, the cover band or on the radio, I always kind of think of that scene. I had to mention that real quick, sorry. And then they did the song Touch Me. And then, of course, Riders on the Storm, big song for them. Then the next song, my personal favorite Doors song, it's called Not to Touch the Sun. It's not one of those more well-known tunes, but Jim Morrison, that was one of Jim Morrison's favorite tunes to play live, from what I've read in his book, or one of the books that was written about him, I should say. And then they did Roadhouse Blues, going to the Roadhouse, got myself a beer. I woke up this morning, got myself a beer. A lot of people know that song. Then they played L.A. Woman. Then they finished up the set with Light My Fire. I wasn't sure, being a cover band, they were going to do an encore, but he wanted to keep it true in Doors fashion. They didn't turn on the house lights, cut them off. They come back out. They only did a one-song encore. They did the song Gloria, which is a good, a fan favorite. I mean, everybody's spelling, Gloria. It's a good old tune. I was kind of hoping that they would have finished off with the song The End, just because it's a really long, dramatic song, a very lyrically powerful song. And then even how the instruments are really subtle until the climax of the tune. It's a great tune. For those who don't know the song The End by the Doors, sorry, you should really check into that song. It's an amazing song. Make sure you get the original version, though. Sometimes these remastered versions are kind of a little out there. I like to do the original album versions whenever I'm going to listen to my stuff. Not saying the other versions are bad. I'm just saying, keep it original if you can. And that's pretty much all the set list. So I want to bring on my special guest, all the way from little town where I'm from, actually, of Pekin, Illinois. My mom, Mary. Come on, Mom, have a seat here. And then you can kind of scoot up a little bit towards the table so that way we make sure you're in the camera. Say hi to the Rock Nation out there. We've been working on our devil horns. Don't worry, we're going to get it. Oh, Freddie's down. Freddie's down, but it's okay. He's the only one who's been down today. So 1 out of 11 is not bad. But I brought my mom on here because I wanted to give her, or at least tell her what her birthday present is for this year. I did not tell her at all what it's going to be before bringing her on here. She's finding out real time just like you all are. So tomorrow night, we are going to go to the Flamingo. And in the theater there at the Flamingo, they had this guy that's named Wayne Newton.
Oh, no.
So I went ahead and my wife, we're going to take both of our moms to go see Wayne Newton. Vegas, I mean, that's a Vegas standard. You got to see Wayne. I have never seen Wayne Newton yet. I'm probably not going to do a rock and roll review show on Wayne. No offense, Wayne, but I figured my mom would like it. I figured my wife's mom would like it. I won't be able to celebrate my mom's birthday with her when it happens late July. So I always try to, when she comes out to Vegas around this time every year, it seems like, or close to it. I always try to do something for her. Last year, I got her Barry Manilow. Went and seen Barry Manilow. Had great seats, a great time. So I'm hoping that Wayne can still put on a good show. And I hope my mom and my wife's mother enjoys it. So other than that, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you about. I don't really have any rock and roll questions for you. Just wanted
Thank you, honey.
just wanted to give my mom a little present. I wanted to do it in front of all of you because I like to share stuff with my fans, my followers out there. And like I said, it's all about, we're just spreading the word of rock and roll, creating memories with our family and friends. You know, even if you don't go with somebody and you go by yourself, you still want to have a great time and keep rocking. So I just want to sign off with that right there. I believe it's episode 8, to be honest. I'm sorry I got them mixed up. I got a lot of stuff going on right now in my life. I got a doctor's appointment here I got to be at in like 25 minutes. So it's all good. I love you all. Please keep watching, like, subscribe, comment. You know, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for me to get back in my comments, but you know I have gone back and hit everybody up except this last review from the week before and my instant review of Peace Frog the other night that I did at the cannery. So with that, we're going to go and sign off. And let me excuse me here, Mom. Let me sneak on by here. And then... you know, just want to sign off real quick, tell everybody, hey, try to do a good job, stay healthy, happy, and remember, whether it's in life or at the show, we all still got more rocking to do, bitch. See you next Tuesday.